How do you make one of our favorite business laptops even better? Simple. Just redesign the entire interior. This is the ThinkPad X1 Carbon Gen 14 Aura Edition. The X1 Carbon line is Lenovo's super premium option for execs and other lucky users. You're unlikely to see this one deployed widely as a fleet laptop. On the surface, the new edition has everything we loved about the Gen 13 model. It's sleek, ultralight, and well-built. But under the keys, Lenovo has made some significant changes, including new Panther-like processors and a major internal redesign called SpaceFrame. Let's start with the overall laptop design. It's incredibly light at just 2.2 pounds. It also feels nice in your hand thanks to its namesake carbon fiber chassis. It's surprising just how light it is. It's the kind of machine you can toss in your bag, carry all day, and barely notice. But the real story here is the SpaceFrame design, Lenovo's answer to the growing demand for repairability. Lenovo has fundamentally rearranged the internals, mounting key components onto a two-sided plate under the keyboard rather than mounting everything to the main board. Why does this matter? Because it frees up 20% of the internal space that the previous X1 Carbon needed for its parts, which has multiple advantages. The newly available space enabled Lenovo to create swappable modular components, allowing end users or IT managers to remove and replace individual parts. That way, you can fairly easily replace a speaker, fan, or port header individually rather than toss out the whole laptop if one part goes bad. To take advantage of the modularity, Lenovo also made the laptop easy to get into. If you remove a few screws on the bottom, you'll be able to pull away the panel and access the interior and see all of those neatly organized parts. You can unscrew various components and get through to the keyboard for repair if needed far more easily than in traditional layouts. With the extra internal room, the redesign also comes with a larger fan, a full 70% increase over the prior generation. It should help with cooling in this compact body, particularly with the processor upgrade in tow. Now, I would still say that the layout requires some knowledge of PC internals. I expect if the average person opens up the bottom panel, they'd be a bit intimidated. For those likely to need to access the parts though, it's a much more user-friendly design. In short, Lenovo has taken more than a page out of Framework's book. If you're unfamiliar with Framework, it's a pioneer in the repairable and modular PC space. The company's laptops have neatly labeled and swappable internal parts as well as interchangeable external port connections. The X1 Carbon lacks the swappable external ports, so all of the modular aspects here are internal. I don't think the end result here is quite as organized and user-friendly as Framework's solution. Framework also has great guides to walk you through the process. Plus, Framework is designed for eventual upgradability of every part, including the motherboard and the CPU. But Lenovo's SpaceFrame design is a clear win for sustainability and repairability. It's especially admirable from a massive PC company that sells its laptops at scale, and hopefully, this design philosophy will make its way to other Lenovo devices. The SpaceFrame is not the only addition to the Gen 14 model though. This time, the X1 Carbon runs on Intel's Panther-like processors. The base model starts at $2,139 at the time of this review, which is definitely a premium price. For that, you're getting a Core Ultra 5 chip, 32GB of RAM, and a 256GB SSD. The review unit I tested steps up to the Core Ultra 7, a 512GB SSD, and a gorgeous 120Hz OLED display. OLED is hardly essential for most business workloads, but if you already have a laptop this nice, are you really going to skip out on this beautiful screen? Benchmark time! I ran the X1 Carbon through our usual benchmark suite and compared the results against this group of laptops. You have the last gen X1 Carbon as well as competing options from ASUS, HP, and Microsoft. Note the range of processors here for comparison with this new chip. The processing results are straightforward, so I'll keep it brief. The Panther-like chip in this system is efficient and snappy for everyday office tasks. The upgrade over the last generation is modest, and it's not the quickest laptop in this bunch. It's more than capable for the types of business tasks you're likely to unload on it each day. However, if you're a high-demand user with huge datasets or media work, consider a more powerful configuration or laptop. That goes double for the graphics results. Now, not all chips in Intel's Panther-like stack include the platform's higher-end Arc B390 integrated graphics. In fact, none of the processors available for the X1 Carbon do, so you're left with much more basic integrated graphics. The result is the middling scores you see here, which are in line with the others and not powerful enough for professional graphics workloads. You can also see how much the faster Arc B390 inside the ExpertBook Ultra's processor is. If you're looking to do heavy 3D rendering or video editing, you want at least that chip, if not a discrete GPU. The battery life though was not middling, and it was fantastic, supporting the idea of this laptop as your go-to travel partner. You should be able to work on this system for much of the day without having to look for the nearest outlet. The screen scored well too, with solid color coverage and a high peak brightness. The panel is a bit dim at the 50% brightness mark, so I imagine you'll probably work with it closer to the maximum much of the time. The X1 Carbon Gen 14 is an iterative improvement without a big speed upgrade in most use cases. More speed is always nice, and the battery life is long, so I'm not complaining. Just keep your expectations in check. So SpaceFrame and Panther Lake are the new attractions. The rest of the laptop is what we've always loved about the X1 Carbon. It's a ThinkPad, which all but ensures at least a good, if not great, keyboard. Even though the travel on this particular model is a bit shallower than other ThinkPads due to the thin chassis, it's tactile, responsive, and it's still more comfortable than most laptops on the market. You've got a solid port selection here too. The laptop includes USB-C with Thunderbolt 4, HDMI, and a USB-A port. For wireless connectivity, the laptop includes Wi-Fi 7, and there's an option for 5G. As for the video calls, the 5-megapixel IR camera is crisp and clear. It's a complete package for the mobile professional. Are you wondering about that Aura edition in the name? The Gen 13 model was also an Aura edition, and it refers to a suite of AI-driven software features like Smart Share and Smart Modes. Smart Share allows you to connect your PC to other devices like phones, while Smart Modes consist of different presets such as working, gaming, or meeting that automatically adjust system settings to your current workflow. There's also Smart Care for remote support. Now, none of these features are strictly essential, but they add some usability to the device. So, who is the X1 Carbon Gen 14 for? If you're a corporate executive or small business owner who needs the most reliable, portable, and serviceable device on the market, this is it. It's pricey, yes, but it always has been, and competitors all sell laptops in this tier. The speed, battery life, durability, and feature set make it a great business system, and its all-new repairable design separates it from the pack. This could be a long-term investment that pays off down the line while being enjoyable in the present. I'm Matthew Buzzy, and thanks for watching. For my full written review of this product and coverage of many other cutting-edge products, check out PCMag.com. And don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel for more lab reports.